Now, the reason we love Football Manager is you can make a new tactic and it can be something Pep himself would be proud of. Or you can make something like this and just sit back and watch the carnage. Here we have the Gonzalez tactic. This is not something Pep himself would approve of, although I do think he'd like the Trequartistas. This is a tactic from last year's FM. Now, look at it. There's only one in the centre. There's 3 up front. Not to mention 2 of those are Trequartistas. This is nuts. It's a dream for those with attack-heavy squads. But as with my lower league tactics video, that I took a tactic from FM23 and moved it to FM24 to show that it shouldn't work now, and it never, we had to create a new version of it. We're going to do the same with this one. And this is the main part of the video. I want to get you guys involved. So have a look at this tactic when we get into it and tell me in the comments how you think we can improve it for FM24. We'll watch what it does in tests now. How can we improve this tactic and make it a burner? Now, the download's going to be in my Patreon. If you remember the Patreon, it's all there for you. If not, just copy along, the play instructions will be on the end of the video. Let's go. I mean, there's no way that should work, right? Right? Okay, what we have here is last year's video. If you want to look it up, it's called 433 Goals Galore, FM23. It's in the tactics playlist. And we use this Gonzalez tactic with 3 teams. Inter Milan, Fiorentina, and Hartlepool. Worked with all 3 of them. Let's take a look at the Inter Milan one first. I mean, look at that beard. I was rocking a beard then. But there you can see we finished top of the league with 93 points using this formation, right? They even did well in the Champions League group stage. They didn't lose in that. Finally succumbing to PSG, 4-6 on aggregate. But they probably should have got through looking at that. Well, that's how they finished. 38 matches, 30 wins, and scored 107 times, only conceding 29, which in that formation is ridiculous. But they did lose 5 times. So what we will do now is we will do it again with Inter Milan. They're not going to have Lukaku in this one. They've arguably got a slightly weaker squad. We're going to use the same tactic. So there it is. It's loaded in. I'm just going to leave that locked in and we'll zoom forward to the end of the season. Now, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting it to get found out, concede a load of goals because FM24 is more intelligent, right? Surely this will not work. And just like that, the season's done, and you could say they did all right. There's a 9-1 away to Empoli. Look at them shots. I mean, that XG. Let's get straight to the league standings. And there it is. They win the league. I'm pretty staggered by that, by the way. And it's by 12 points. If we look in a bit more detail, 93 points. They only lost 3 times. So similar to last year. Scored 109. They did concede a few more at 37. But it's almost identical. In fact, if I put that on the screen now. So last year's version got 93 points. This year's version got 93 points. Last year's scored 107. This year's got 109. I did not expect this. But, and there's always a but, they did get knocked out of the Champions League. And if I look at the Champions League, I could get the schedule up. There's the Champions League. You can see some outliers there. PSG away from home. They got battered 5-1. So they've been ruthless and exploited it completely. They also got beat at home by PSG. Pretty comfy. Knockout stages are dead interesting. They went away to Arsenal and won 4-1. Stole it, by the way. Absolutely stole it. In the reverse leg, Arsenal at the San Siro murdered Inter, took it to penalties and got the win. So it looks like against elite top tier teams, it gets found out. But in the league, you can't deny it's done really well. 93 points in a league like Serie A. Decent. Now, last year we did the lower league team with Hartlepool United in League 2. Let's get that up. Right, there you see it. Predicted to finish 19th. That's probably why I chose them. So it was Hartlepool in this test. Turns out they murdered it as well. They finished 2nd in the league and got promoted from one of the most toughest, notorious leagues in the game. The detailed view will show us that they won 30 out of 46, scoring 108 times, conceding 62, which, believe it or not, in that league is not the worst thing in the world, and getting promoted pretty comfortably. So we're going to repeat that test. So we can't use Hartlepool because they got themselves relegated in real life. So we'll use a similar team with a similar media prediction. So here's League 2, and we're going to choose Colchester, who are actually predicted to finish 22nd. So they'll do. So season over, and as you can see, Colchester have won the league with 101 points. In a bit more detail, they only lost to 7 matches. They scored 108 times, conceding 54 for that 101 points. It's actually done better than last year. There's a team that's been used the most, and you can see the chemistry between the front 3 in particular. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. I thought this tactic would absolutely bomb this year. There's a few things you want to look at. People aren't using cautious mentality. It's a cautious mentality. Not many people are using a lower defensive line. Not to say the crazy roles we've got. 2 Trequartistas, 1 guy in central midfield. How is this working? This is what I thought I would see more of. 7-4 against Brighton under 21s in the Pizza Trophy. So there is the tactic. And remember what I said. I want you guys to have a go at this. Use this tactic. If you've got a bit of time, have a little test about how can we improve it. It's obviously flawed against the absolute elite teams. Lower league, it seems to just smash through teams. So if you can get some players that can fit those trequartista roles, or how about we get a lower league version as well, switch the trequartistas for a different role. Anything you come up with, bang it in the comments, because I'm going to make a second part follow-up to this video with the updated Gonzalez. Now, I won't lie to you, I thought them tests were going to be an absolute bomb site and I'm going to finish like way down, we would get sacked, something like that. I did not expect to win both leagues, but we can still improve on this tactic. To give us a bit more of an insight, we're going to go at the data from the Intersave where they finished top, so let's have a look at that. So this screen might help us with our conceding goals. If you look at the conceding goal tab down the bottom, you can see 21 of the 58 assists have come from just outside the area, and those have been through balls. So just in this area here, they're just penetrating us. So it's obviously not enough bodies in the middle there because there is only that one central midfielder. So that's something to think about as we try and improve this tactic. But you'll also see the assist types, 10 have been corners. So we can fix that with a decent set piece routine. 9 from crosses as well. But the main one seems to be the through balls in that central area in there. But I will say don't discount the crossing because 12 goals have came from headers. So that's obviously from crosses. So they're actually breaking through the middle and wide, which makes things a little bit tougher. So I'm excited to get hold of this tactic and see what we can do with it to improve it. Goals-wise, it's obviously lethal. It's scoring over 100 goals. But how can we improve the defensive side? Could be something to do with the out of possession. Do we change the defensive line? Are we too low? Do we step up more? I'm interested in your thoughts. Get hammering them comments and let's build a version of this where we can make it absolutely elite for FM24. Player instructions are up now.